Greetings, welcome to In-Depth from Dike Rostant. The Trade and Investment Convention is rolling around once more, so to start the conversation in the lead up to it, we are joined by lead coordinator Shanna-Marie Israel. It is a pleasure speaking with you, Ms. Israel. Now, we've been talking about TIC. We've had virtual events, we've had hybrid events. Give me a little overview about TIC 2023, thank you.
All right, so TIC 2023 is what we like to describe because it is the largest international business networking trade show in the English and Dutch-speaking Caribbean. What it basically is a complete forum of business activities that are geared towards persons, businesses, meeting all their business needs at all levels. So those levels basically includes either you're exhibiting, you are registering to attend as a buyer or attendee, you are engaging in business-to-business meetings, or you are signing up to attend one of our webinars or seminars as part of our business education program, and of course, engaging in our business social activities as well. So it's an all-encompassing event that covers all levels of business.
I know, and I want to get it now, the fact that there are still webinars, because there are some people who it's been kind of like a slingshot and you've released it, so they've gone straight back. But it seems as though you all have kept things that you thought have worked for you. So what are some of the factors going into, okay, we're going to keep this one with the opportunity to have things done remotely or virtually versus, okay, these are some of the things that we want to have physically. Tell me a little bit about the process, sorting through and filtering those. Thank you.
What we realized from coming out of the pandemic is that some elements really worked, some virtual elements really worked well. And one of that was the webinar part of our business education program. So it gives persons the opportunities, companies, agencies, the opportunity on a few days before the actual convention to host webinars on a variety of business topics or, business or country promotion topics, etc. So that really works well because you get a large number of persons who are able to sign up and basically participate in these webinars before, and they can do that. And then, of course, be able to attend the physical trade show without, having to worry about missing a webinar, missing a workshop, etc. So that is why that part worked. Of course, just to bear in mind, we are also having seminars on one of the day of the trade show. So persons who want to attend face-to-face will be able to attend some sessions physically.
And I think being able to record those conversations, have those webinars like that also helps with regard to what it is you're curating, so you can go back and sometimes you watch something 3 times and you get 3 different nuggets from it to be able to go. Is that part of the reason as well?
Yes, of course. And a lot of persons request who may have missed part of it or missed the entire segment actually request the videos afterwards. We upload it on the TTME and TIC website so they can go back and get the information.
Does that mean people get a little lazy sometimes about attending? Yeah, man, I'll get it later.
I cannot say that. I cannot speak for persons.
But it seems as though there's always something new about the convention. What is unique about 2023? We hear it's all encompassing, but are there any new elements that you're bringing to the table?
Yes, I'll just touch on a few of the important ones. We're going to be having a main stage area in one of the main halls of the event. Of course, that's basically a further opportunity for some of our participants to be able to host a presentation, a live demo, a product launch, of course, an entertainment factor. So that's going to be a huge part of, an extra push of information going out there live at the event. We're also going to be having, we know some persons may have issues with parking at events such as PIC, a large number of persons coming at one time. we are going to be partnering with Answer Mobility, and they're offering a park and ride system. We will be advertising the parking sites, of course, to the public beforehand, so they'll be able to leave their vehicles there and get a shuttle straight to the event, of course, without having to fight up at the event for parking. Some other things such as we are basically giving some of our SMEs, small and micro enterprises, an opportunity to be featured by offering them special incentives. So we're going to be having an SME pavilion so persons could come straight to that section and interact and see what some of our local artisans and creatives will be offering. So that is something we really wanted to do. And of course, last but not least, as one of the new factors, we're going to be having a job fair at the event on one of the days. So we really encourage persons, young persons, even older persons, to come on that day. We'll advertise when it will be, and you can sign up. You can see what jobs are available through TTMA Careers and some of our other partners, jobs in manufacturing and other auxiliary industries. And of course, we're also encouraging secondary and tertiary students to come out and get, a taste of what business networking is like at DIC.
No, there's a lot that you said and that I want to go into a little further. One, I just like the fact that there is this level of partnership, this level of networking, and this is even from parking your vehicle and getting to the venue. But even moving further, how important to you is it that individuals who are not yet on a career path, they're still in school, having the subjects, possibly even choosing streams, are part of an event like this, so they get an idea of what are some of the things that I need in order for me to do this or in order for me to do that, versus, okay, well, I'm already in something and let me see how this can help what it is I do. How important is it to catch individuals at that stage?
So that's a very good comment and question. Outside of the job fair, which of course you persons will get the opportunity, students will get the opportunity to see what's out there. Attending an event such as TIC, where you're going to be getting exposure to a plethora of business industries, is very important. Students can see what's out there, see what's in manufacturing, see what's in service providing, in consulting, etc. They get exposure across the board from different industries, food and beverage, construction, packaging, even in terms of, craft, jewelry making. It's a whole range of different, industries that they can get exposure to, transportation, logistics, electrical, energy. So I think it covers a wide range of industries for students to be able to see and basically envision their options.
And do you think there are any major myths that persons have when they hear manufacturing, that something comes to mind and it can be so much more than that?
Well, we are the Trinidad and Tobago Manufacturers Association. So, a large part, if not the main part of our mandate is to push manufacturing, um, which is important for Trinidad and Tobago and the region at large. However, we wish to let persons know that the other auxiliary industries that assist in manufacturing are very important. So we basically like to expose persons to those other parts, not just manufacturing as well, which is what the Trade and Investment Convention is about.
And with that, give me a little idea of how the TIC has progressed over the years. I mean, because we started talking about things that have been added on, looking at factors that are now in TIC 2023. But if we were to look at the timeline a little bit, what are some of the ways that the convention has progressed?
Well, just to remind persons, this is TIC 2023, and this is actually the 24th installment of the event. The event started in 1999 at the Queen's Park Oval. I believe it just had about 50 booths at the Queen's Park Oval, of course, manufacturers. And I believe they all may have been local at that time in 1999. As we can see how far it has morphed from that to, covering different industries, covering, service providers, consultants, etc. And of course, morphing into being one of the largest international, not just Trinidad and Tobago, but international trade shows in this region. So it has really grown from, just a manufacturing-centric event to all-encompassing.
And with that in mind, looking at nearly a quarter century of the Trade and Investment Convention, we take a short break. We are speaking with a lead coordinator, Shanna-Marie Israel. Stay with us. We'll return with more. Welcome back. We are speaking with Shanna-Marie Israel, lead coordinator of the Trade and Investment Convention 2023. And I want to go back to the question of looking at manufacturing as more than simply manufacturing, Ms. Israel. And that way that, because there are levels to this, but the fact that there may be so many more aspects to manufacturing. I think sometimes people feel, okay, well, there's just this quality control line at a conveyor belt, or you have someone loading at a truck for it to be carried. What are some of those things that you really try to get into the heads of people who are participating at the convention?
What we would like persons to understand outside of, the general idea of what manufacturing is that providing a service with that manufacturing is important. So it's transportation, it's logistics, it's basically a whole host of, whether the creative side of it in terms of packaging, labeling, it's a whole host of different elements that come together along with manufacturing. And using TIC as an example, while it is the flagship event of the Manufacturers Association, there are so many service elements that come together that we need in order to make, in order to promote the manufacturing side, such as creativity, such as, using forming partnerships with hotels, the airline industry. So we basically want to highlight all those elements that come together in creating something such as TIC and of course with manufacturing.
And I really like that point, because it means that it can be more than somebody with a science background, more than somebody with an engineering background. It can be somebody with an artistic background who is literally an artist. You spoke about the packaging as well. And looking at how these pieces interlock with each other to make a beautiful whole. But I'm wondering though, do you have... Are all the booths gone? Can people still register, people who are looking at this? Or is it just a matter of participating? Because I know sometimes when these things are going, they go quickly.
Well, we are 99%
you start off bad.
booked up. 99% booked up in terms of exhibitor spaces. So, I mean, I will put it out there. If persons are literally interested in the one or two booths that are remaining, they can contact us. And of course, you need to register to attend as a buyer or consumer, pre-register to attend for free.
And is it a matter of, do you have tiers of larger manufacturers, smaller? Because you also spoke about, is it a day that you have for SMEs? Carry me through that again, thank you.
Not a day, but an area for SMEs specifically. But bear in mind, SMEs are always welcome at TIC. We're just putting a little extra focus on some of them in one concentrated area. In terms of tiers of businesses, TIC has always attracted large companies, large manufacturers, but of course, bearing in mind what makes the Trade and Investment Convention is opening up itself to smaller companies and of course cottage industry type companies. They are welcome and they have always participated.
And no, we've been speaking about the convention for a while, but I didn't ask about the dates. So dates and the availability of more information, where do we find those things?
Right, so TIC, the Trade and Investment Convention 2023, takes place from July 20th to the 22nd at the Center of Excellence, Macoya. For more information and of course to register, you can go on our website, ttma.com, TIC, you can contact us at ticsales@ttma.com, or you can call the TTMA office at 675-8862.
So let's just put a little icing on the top now, Ms. Israel. What are some of the perks? Why do you find people wanting to debut their products at an event, at this event, TIC?
It is exciting, it's dynamic, well, the fact that it's international, so you know you're going to get exposure to a wide audience. TIC is known far and wide, believe it or not, it is, especially up the islands, and of course in Latin America, we always have a large contingent coming in from there. So if you want to basically get exposure as a business to that wider audience, if you're attending, of course, you want to see what services and products are out there from not just Trinidad and Tobago, but from, different countries. TIC is the place to be. And of course, bearing in mind that we always have exciting activities and giveaways taking place, and persons love that. And of course, love the sampling that happens at TIC. So it is a really exciting event.
What's the latest success story coming onto TIC, Ms. Israel?
Well, that would be a lot to talk about.
The one that resonates with you the most.
We have some of our smaller exhibitors from last year who basically would have spoken about how much business and exposure that they got. So one of them, that would have been the cottage industry. It's actually a group of artisans that come together to make different products that they sell out of one spot, and they were very excited to sign back up for 2023 because they got so much business. So like I said, it's so many success stories, but I like to highlight the ones of these smaller businesses because I think that's very important.
And definitely, I know sometimes people are a bit reticent of calling specific ones because that means you have people, but so what about me? I'm not a success story too. But as we get closer to the 20th of July, we'll have more of these conversations, I'm sure. So we want to thank you very much, Ms. Israel, Shanna-Marie Israel, lead coordinator of the Trade and Investment Convention. And on behalf of the entire TTT News team, this has been In Depth with me, Dike Rostant. Thank you so much for joining us.